So a friend of mine was saying this thing about how you have to be a little stupid to start something new and entertain that feeling of discomfort at the initial stages of anything you're trying to do to get to a point where it's actually good enough. Now, he was talking about how it's a curse when you've been praised for being smart, you've done well in school, in uni, you were good academically. And so when people see you as smart that way and they praise you like that, it's a good thing. It feels nice in the moment. But then it creates this thing in your mind where you can't stand not getting things right. You can't stand doing things that make you feel or look stupid because you're used to being the smart kid. And so that becomes a very big barrier to starting anything new, and especially in this online economy thing where you don't really get feedback like that. You're just stuck in your worries and stuck in your fears, thinking about what people are going to think when they see this thing that you've done. You're thinking about what they're going to think of you, and if they're going to still think of you as smart, or they're going to look at you and think that this is the dumbest thing you've ever done. And you're not thinking about that directly. You're not like, will so and so think I'm stupid? Not really. But it's a discomfort, and that discomfort, I think, is rooted in that line of thought. It's rooted in preserving your identity as this smart person. And so, according to this guy, those people who were not really praised and considered smart in school, it's easier for them to become entrepreneurs and start things that they're not very sure where they will go. And they get really successful, actually disproportionately compared to academically gifted kids, because some of them have been called dumb all their life. And so it's easier for them to put themselves in that place where they can get uncomfortable to try that thing, and if it fails, it fails. What's the worst that could happen? People already think this and this and that of me, so even if I fail, it won't change anything. And they end up succeeding. But for this guy and for me, it's been really, really hard to mentally put myself in that place where I could just make videos of anything. I just found myself analyzing everything, getting deep into the technicalities of making videos and finding a niche. It's how do you control lighting? What do you talk about? Do you tell stories? Do you talk about business? Do you talk about work? Do you talk about your life or family? What do you say? But I'm realizing that all that was me trying to get the perfect start. It was about me trying to control every single part of the equation, which you can't. And when you start a business, you have almost the same thing where you don't get immediate feedback. You will get it eventually, but there's some sort of a lag before you know if this is really going to work or it's not going to work. And I've never had a problem putting myself in that position, trying that thing to see where it's going to go. But this, putting myself out there on a YouTube video like this is different. And I don't know exactly why. I'm trying to explain in hindsight, but maybe there's There's something else that I'm not seeing. But this has to be one of the hardest things I've ever tried to do. Now, it's not that I could not shoot these videos. I've shot a couple of them, but for practice only. I've not really posted them anywhere because I was trying to perfect them. Now, I was just stuck in this loop of research, try it, it's not good enough, dump it. And I never went anywhere. It's been almost 1 year since I decided to start this thing, and I've shot only one video that I've posted, which is funny, really funny, because I usually get things done, but I don't know what it is about this thing that makes it so hard to get to do it. So when this guy was explaining about that dichotomy of how you see yourself and how people perceive you, really holds you back. It really hit home for me because I saw myself in that, and that will be maybe one of the things that got me to finally make something today.